Okay, well, welcome to Grace-Filled Yoga. And I thought we might do a little bit with kind of introducing maybe one little yoga philosophy aspect each week, just to kind of help us broaden our understanding of yoga a little bit. Yoga really is comprised of like 8 different, what they call limbs. You may have heard it called the Eightfold Path before. And we tend to focus on just 3 of those aspects. We focus a lot on the asana, which is the physical movement that we do. We focus on the pranayama, which is the breath. And we also focus a lot on pratyahara, which is that turning of our focus from the external to the internal. So those are all 3 of those 8 limbs of yoga. But the first one that we haven't ever even talked about is actually called the yamas. And what the yamas are ethical practices that guide how we interact with ourselves, how we interact with other people, how we interact with the world around us. And the first of the yamas is called Ahimsa. And that means, literally, if you translate it literally, it's absence of injury. You'll often see it referred to as nonviolence. And so basically what that means, I think in the practice of asana, which we do a lot of, it means not pushing ourselves to the point of injury. And it can also mean not beating yourself up internally for perceived mistakes or for whatever reason you're thinking bad things about yourself. Then try and think, oh, I am not practicing ahimsa, and try and push those thoughts aside a little bit. In relationships, it can mean having respect for other people's points of view, while at the same time maintaining your own self-respect and personal integrity. So some people think it can mean just kind of always being kind of a doormat and not ever wanting to make waves, and that's not really true, but it does mean listening but still reacting in a way that's true to yourself and honoring to other people. So one way to practice ahimsa is by consciously cultivating personal integrity and consciously cultivating compassion. So often pranayama comes into play there, because if we are in a stressful situation, going back to that yoga breathing can buy us a little bit of space, enough time to let ourselves make compassionate decisions. And it's also kind of just the ability to accept events as they are, letting go of any reactions that are negative, and making a conscious decision to replace our negative feelings with feelings of kindness and acceptance. In our relationship to the world around us, ahimsa can mean not taking more than we need. It can mean being very conservative in our consumption, and also just being regenerative in how we use materials and how we interact with the earth. So anyway, that's just a really, really quick summary of just another part of yoga that we don't usually talk about. So is everybody good with that? Okay, well then let's go ahead and start our asana practice. So go ahead and get started just standing. And we'll start with 3-part breath. So let yourself feel grounded right into the earth. Oops. Kind of rock back and forth from heels to toes. And finally land, so that you can feel your pinky toes anchoring into the ground, your big toes anchoring you in, pressing down through the middle of your heels. And just start to focus on your breath. Noticing as the air comes in through your nostrils, as it fills either your belly or your back, and then raises up through your heart and out again through your nose. As you breathe in, know that you're bringing in all that your body and your brain needs to function perfectly. And with each exhale, you're letting go of all that no longer serves you. Start to let your attention focus inward and notice how you're feeling physically. Sending your breath right into any portions of your body that might be a little sore or tense. Then start to notice the quality of your breath this afternoon. Notice the depth and the fluidity of your inhales. Notice the length and the fluidity of your exhales. On your next inhale, inhale completely and then just the tiniest bit more and hold your breath full until you feel the urge to exhale. When that happens, exhale through your nose completely and push out that last little bit of air in your belly. Then hold empty until you feel as if you need to inhale. And continue that kumbhak or retained breath pattern for a total of 5 deep breaths. When you're done, just start to sway your arms back and forth, letting them tap on your tummy and on your bottom. Starting to loosen up. Starting to twist your torso gently. movements just a little bigger. Letting your neck turn from side to side. Letting your knees stay soft. When you've had enough, come back to mountain pose. Imagining a drawstring around your waist, pulling it in tight to engage your mula bandha, those deep internal pelvic muscles. At the same time, drawing your belly button back toward your spine and opening even more through the heart. On your next inhale, inhale your arms out and up. Stretch way up. Spread your fingers wide. Move your elbows back a bit behind your ears. Let your shoulders sink down and turn your face toward the sky. And bring your palms together and exhale, draw them to your heart space. And release back to mountain pose. And inhale your arms out and up again. Stretching. Moving elbows back, shoulders down, gazing up. And breathing. Bringing palms together, exhaling the heart, and inhaling arms out and up, stretching up again. Moving elbows backward, shoulders down. Bringing palms together, exhaling to the heart, then inhaling arms out and up. This time, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand, gently pull, and exhale, lean toward the right. Inhale, come back up straight. Exhale, lean toward the right again. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean toward the right. This time, drop your right hand down. Let it slide down your leg. Keep your elbow back just a bit. Turn your face toward the sky. Let your breath be nice and deep. Then exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Stretch way up. Take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Gently pull and exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean again. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lean and drop your left forearm down. Stretch and gaze underneath the raised arm. And exhale, look down, and inhale, raise back up. Exhale, bring your arms out to a T. Bend your knees, fold right at the hips, lower your torso down, bring your arms across, find opposite elbows. Let your torso rest on your upper legs, let your head dangle down. Nod it yes and shake it no. Then just come to a still point. Let your head sink, your torso rest. And exhale, release your hands to the mat. Inhale, press up into a half lift, bringing hands to shins, moving shoulders away to flatten your back. Keep your belly drawn in tightly. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press through your feet, bring your arms out to a T. Keep your core tight, rise up with a flat back, arms out and up. Stretch up and exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to half lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up. And then flow through your breath through 5 more sun salutations. Coming to half lift. Being aware of your feet, anchoring you in, of your core holding you nice and tight. And bring your palms together when you're done, and exhale, hands to heart, and then release back to mountain pose. Now on your next inhale, inhale arms out and up, stretch up and gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to a plank position, either on your toes or on your knees. Bringing wrists as close to underneath your shoulders as you can, spreading your fingers wide. And just hold this right here. Draw your shoulder blades toward each other. And on your next inhale, ease your hips up, keep your belly tight. Adjust your feet, maybe widen out your stance a bit. Send heels toward the mat, heart towards your upper legs, and hips toward the ceiling or toward the sky. Downward facing dog. Let your shoulders open, round out to the outsides of your mat. Now begin to alternate bending your knees, flexing your feet, walking up your dog. To a still dog. Come up on your toes, bend your hips to the right, back to center, and to the left. Swaying your hips gently back and forth. If toes that feels awkward, just come down full-footed and just kind of let your heels shift from right to left as you shift your hips. Remembering to keep your core engaged. And then pausing in downward facing dog. Bending your knees, looking forward, hovering over the mat. Then on your exhale, walking your feet up to your hands. Back to forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up. Stretch up and gaze up. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank, and just hold it right here. And inhale, easing up to downward facing dog. And pausing. Sending your hips high, pressing down through the finger pads, pulling up through your palms. And inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and exhale, step your feet to your hands, back to your forward fold. Inhale to half lift, exhale, fold, and inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up, stretching up, gazing up. Exhale, swan dive down one more time. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank and hold. And inhale, ease back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward, and exhale, step feet and hands. Back to forward fold again. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up, stretch up and gaze up. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center and release back to mountain pose. On your next inhale, bring arms out and up. Stretch up, re-engage that drawstring around your waist. And on your exhale, sink back into a chair. Your big toes can be toward each other, heels splayed out, or your feet can be parallel. Gaze up. Arms can be out in goal pose. They can be at heart center. They can be straight up, biceps by ears, whichever feels best. Then inhale, rise up. Stretching up, gazing up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. This time, step back to plank. Send your heart forward and then lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, your head and shoulder up, coming into a half cobra or a full cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back through the plank. Exhale, keeping your belly tight into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, your right leg straight up to a three-legged dog. Look back at your knees. Point your raised toes toward the ground. Let your hips be square also toward the mat. On your next exhale, take that raised leg, bring it through, set it on the mat. Drop your back foot down, turn it out. Inhale your torso up. Bring your hips forward, coming into warrior one. Let your knee be just over your ankle, right in line with your hip. Strike strong through the pinky toe side of that back leg. Gaze up, then exhale, sweep your arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, pull your shoulders back, fingers down. Gaze upward, and exhale, hinge forward. Maybe stopping right here, parallel to the mat. Maybe bringing the front shoulder to the inside of your knee. Letting your head release, looking back behind you. Moving arms away from torso. Humble warrior. And inhale, come up halfway and pause. Then all the way up. Release your hands back up to warrior one. Exhale, bring them back to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale the left leg up to three-legged dog. Point the toes and the hips toward the floor. Square the hips off. And breathe right here. Then exhale, bring the raised leg through. Drop the back foot down. Inhale up to warrior one on this side. Again, knee in line with hip. Hips forward, arms up, gazing up. Striking strong through the back leg. Then exhale, sweep your arms behind, interlace your fingers. Inhale, pull down as you gaze up. And exhale, hinge forward. Coming into humble warrior. Moving arms away from torso. Gaze in between your legs or maybe up at your belly button. And inhale, come up halfway and pause. Now come all the way up, releasing back to warrior one. Exhale, bring hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths right here. Now draw your feet together, crouch down, draw your belly in tight, look forward. On your exhale, spring and just see where you land. Coming back to forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up, stretching up and gazing up. Exhale, sink back to chair. This time, hands at your heart. We're going to add a balance challenge. So if you need a little something to help you balance, that's fine. But bring your belly in, bring your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades together, heart lifted. Then take your right ankle, put it on your left knee, and squat down. One-legged chair. We release, inhale, arms out and up. Stretch up, gaze up, and exhale, sink back to chair. And we'll switch sides, left ankle to right knee, and sink. And inhale, rise up, arms out and up, stretch up, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, sit back to plank, lower all the way down again. Inhale, half cobra or full cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it through. Rock your back foot. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, sweep your hands behind. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, bow down. Front shoulder to the inside of the front knee. Humble warrior. Arms stretching away from body. Inhale, coming up halfway and pausing, then all the way up. Release back to your warrior one. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step back to downward facing dog and switch sides. Inhaling, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhaling to bring it through, dropping the back foot, inhaling up to warrior one. Exhaling, sweeping arms behind, interlacing fingers. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, bow down. Humble warrior. Inhale, coming up halfway, pausing, then all the way up, releasing your hands back to warrior one, exhaling back to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog, and taking 5 breaths right here. Now, inhale, draw your feet together and crouch, and exhale, spring. Back to forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up, stretching up, gazing up, exhaling, sinking back to chair, hands at your heart. Now we're going to twist. So if you've got low back, you have herniated or bulging discs or any kind of L4, L5 issues, you might keep your torso high. At any rate, on your inhale, turn your torso to the right, look back behind you. You can stay here, or on your exhale, bring the left elbow all the way across, thumbs come back to collarbone, and then look up over your right elbow. Exhale, look down. Inhale, come back up to center. Take a breath. And then inhale, turn torso to the left. And on your exhale, go low if you're going. Looking up over your left shoulder this time. And exhale, look down, and inhale, rise up. Arms out and up. Stretch way up, bring palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. And release back to mountain pose. On your next inhale, step back with your right foot, and then make a wide stance so that your toes are pointing to the corners of your mat. Bring your arms, hands to heart center. Draw your belly in and out, and then sink down into a goddess pose. Keeping your back as straight as you possibly can, and breathing. Pressing down to the pinky toe sides of the back foot. Doing your best to keep knee in line with hip bone. On your next exhale, bring your hands to the mat and look back behind you. At your bottom, sink just a little more. Now walk your hands over to the left foot. Turn your left foot so that it's pointing forward. Turn your right foot so it's pointing forward. And come into a runner's lunge. On your next exhale, lower your back knee. So you're just not right square on it, but just to the top of it. Release the top of your foot to the mat. And inhale, bringing your torso, arms up into goalpost arms, coming into a kneeling warrior. Then exhale, come back to the mat, come up on the toes of the back foot. Reach back up, take your front foot back. You'll be back into downward facing dog. Keep your belly nice and tight. Now inhale, lift the right foot up, bend the knee, and then bring it forward. Swivel your left foot toward the corner of your mat. Bring your right foot up so it's pointing toward the corner. And cut it, inhale up, and come back to goddess, hands at heart center. Pressing through the pinky toe sides of the foot. Now exhale, hinge forward, bring your hands to the mat, look back behind you. Then inhale, come up on the fingertips, turn your right foot forward, left foot forward, and come into runner's lunge on this side. Let your hips sink down just a bit. Keep your fingers spread wide. Then exhale, slowly lower the back knee, release the top of the foot, and inhale, come up into kneeling warrior. Then exhale, bring your hands down, bring the front foot back, so that you're going to be on hands and knees. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, ease your hips back, stretching your arms out, coming into child's pose. Let your forehead rest and enjoy this little bit of a break. Now inhale back forward to tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, back to downward facing dog. Draw your feet together, inhale, crouch, and exhale, spring. Back to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up. Stretch up and gaze up. Bring palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then step back again with your right foot, coming into goddess. We'll do this little series a couple more times, and we'll kind of switch out a bit on the kneeling warrior. We'll start by sinking, pressing into the pinky toes, keeping your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandhas engaged, your core tight. Then exhaling, coming forward, hands to the mat, looking back behind you. Letting your bottom sink a bit. Now inhale, swivel left foot forward, right foot forward, and sink into a runner's lunge. Really stretch through that back heel so that you feel a stretch clear up into your hip flexors. Now exhale, slowly lower the back knee, release the foot, and inhale up, coming back to kneeling warrior. Now bring your palms together, and we're going to twist our warrior. So take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, thumbs come back to collarbone. Keep your core tight and just look back behind you. And exhale, look forward. Release arms out and up. Exhale, bring them back to the mat. Take the front foot back. And ease on back to child's pose. Inhale back forward to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, keep your belly tight, bend your knees, look forward, and exhale. Step feet to hands. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up. Stretch up and gaze up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release back to mountain pose and step back into goddess. Then exhale, come forward, hands to the mat, looking back behind you, letting your bottom sink a little lower. Now turn your right foot forward, left foot forward, and sink into runner's lunge on this side. And exhale, slowly lower the back knee, release the foot. Inhale up, kneeling warrior. Bring palms together. Take a deep inhale and then twist. Bringing left elbow across the right knee, thumbs to collarbone and looking back behind you. Then exhale, come forward, back to your kneeling warrior. Exhale back to the mat, bring your front foot back. Coming into all fours, and exhale, easing into child's pose. And inhaling forward, tucking toes, straightening legs, lifting hips, downward facing dog. And inhale, bend your knees and look forward, and exhale, step or walk or jump your feet to your hands. Back to your forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up. And exhale, bring your hands out to goal post. Keep your belly nice and tight. Put your shoulders right away from ears. Now on your next inhale, bring the left elbow across right. Wrap your forearms. If your palms come together, great. If not, that's okay. Widen your stance out just a bit. Let your shoulders sink down. Now, bring your elbows up. Move your forearms away from your face until you feel a nice, deep stretch through the muscles on top of your shoulders, down to the trapezius, the deltoids, maybe even getting into those latissimus dorsi along the sides of your rib cage. Now bend your knees and then bring your left knee over across your right. Let your left big toe touch the ground. Squat down. Keep your shoulder stretch going. Then if you want, lift your leg up. Maybe wrap your foot, maybe not. And inhale, release. Arms out and up, stretch up. And exhale, bring arms back to goal pose. Re-engage your core and switch sides. Right arm coming across, wrapping, finding your stretch and breathing right here. Now bring right knee over left, right big toe touches, squat down, and then lift and wrap or just stay either place. I'm on a little bit of a hill here, and it's a little bit tricky. And release, arms out and up, stretch way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, set back to plank, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog and rest. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. And exhale, feet to hands. Back to forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive out and up, stretching up, gazing up. Exhale, sink back to chair, hands at heart center. And breathe. And exhale, come forward and come into tabletop. Let your knees be, again, in line with hips. Fingers spread wide, hands underneath shoulders. Draw the belly up. Now inhale, bring your left arm straight out, right arm or right leg straight back, coming into bird dog. Now bend the right leg up, sweep the left hand back. Reach for your foot. If you find it, lift the right knee up, gaze up, opening through the shoulder, coming into kneeling dancer. Then exhale back to bird dog. And exhale to the mat. We'll switch sides. Inhaling, right arm straight out, left leg straight back. Then bending the knee, sweeping your hand back, finding your foot, and moving into your dance, gazing up. And exhaling back to bird dog. Exhaling to the mat, going back to your first side, inhaling to extend. Kicking out through the back heel. Then bending the knee, sweeping your hand, finding your foot and dancing. Gazing up, lifting the heel away from the buttocks. And exhaling back to bird dog. Exhaling to the mat, switching sides. Inhale, extend. Then move to your dance. And exhale back, center. Exhale to the mat, and last time on each side. Inhaling to extend. Then inhaling to dance. Exhaling to release. Exhaling to the mat. And last time. Moving into dancer. Exhaling back. Exhaling to the mat. And walking your hands up, coming into a kneeling position. Now extend your right leg straight out, off the mat. Let your hand rest on your right, the back of your right leg. Inhale your left arm up. Gaze up, draw your belly in nice and tight. Coming into a gate pose. Exhale, look down, and then start to lean over. Bring your left hand to the floor, and inhale, right arm, right leg up. Exhale, look down, come back to center, Exhale, look forward, bring your raised hand down. Now bring your leg in and switch sides. Inhaling the right arm up, left leg's out, left arm is just resting on the leg somewhere. Exhale, look down, start to lean to the right. Let your right hand come down, left leg, left arm up. Gaze up at your left hand. And exhale, look down, bring your raised leg down, raised hand down, come back to center. And release. Come back to tabletop. And just pause right here. Drawing the shoulder blades toward each other, belly in and up, fingers pressing into the mat, palms lifting up. Then bring your knees together, send your hip around, and slide your legs around front, coming into a seated position. Let your legs be stretched straight out. Hold your belly tight. Pull your arms out and up. Stretch up and gaze up, and exhale, chest hinge forward. Letting your hands fall wherever they do. Closing down your eyes and breathing right here. Inhale, look up halfway. If you have hold of your toes, interlace your fingers. Let your interlaced fingers come around your feet. And exhale, relax again just a little more. This is a good time to practice Ahimsa and really notice how your body's feeling. Notice where you get to that sweet spot where it's a challenge, but it's not too much. And then maintain that space. With each inhale, find a little bit of length. With each exhale, just a little more relaxation. And inhale, rise up halfway, release your feet, let your hands slide up your legs. Bring your feet flat on the mat, knees pointing up. Inhale, shoulders up, around, and back. Do some nice deep shoulder rolls. And keeping your core tight, come to a quiet point. Let your hands rest right behind your upper legs. And inhale, ease back, lifting shins up, coming into a boat pose. So you're balanced on your sitting bones. Keep your belly nice and tight, shoulders relaxed down. Let your chin be gently either into neutral space or just slightly forward. or slightly tucked. Now exhale, touch down, and inhale, come back to boat. This time bring your arms out to the side. Keep breathing. And exhale, touch down. Inhale, back to boat, arms out, and this time straight leg. Woo, I'm on a hill. Now cross your ankles, lower your feet down, use your hands to lift your bottom up, wiggle wag your tail. Then exhale, sink back, bring your feet back to flat, bring your arms to the outsides of your legs, take an inhale, and on your exhale, very slowly lower all the way down. We're going to set up for bridge. Once you get down, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you so you've got a nice flat surface. Then bring your feet back towards your hips as close as you can. And just pause right here in constructive rest pose for 3 deep breaths. Now on your next inhale, push down through your feet and your triceps and lift your hips up, coming into a bridge pose. Palms can be face up, they can be face down on the mat. You might want to bring them together underneath you if you need to open the shoulders a bit. And breathe right here. And exhale, slowly lower down. Draw your knees to your chest. Pull them in tight. Give yourself a hug and a little massage. Just rock gently from side to side. And let your feet come back down. Reset your shoulder blades and inhale up for a second bridge. Staying for 5 of your breaths. Exhaling to lower. This time, bring your feet out to the long sides of your mat. Bring your arms up to a T. And send both knees to the right, back up, and to the left, like windshield wipers. Gently twisting, bending knees side to side. Back to center, resetting, and when you're ready, inhale up for your final bridge. And exhale, slowly lower down. This time, draw both knees in, hug them in tight, and then make circles with your knees, going to the right and around. Pausing at the center, and then going to the left and around. Draw them in tight, hug the right knee in, extend the left leg straight out, flex the foot, and slowly lower that leg all the way to the mat, hugging your right knee in even more tightly. Now draw the left knee in, give it a hug, extend the right leg out, flex the foot, and And exhale, slowly lower it down. Drawing the left knee in tightly. Now draw both knees in. Bring the right knee on top of the left. Velcro them together. Stack them up. Reach up. Find your left foot with your right hand. Right foot with your left hand. And gently draw the knees back towards your chest, coming into a sleeping cow. Draw your feet a little farther away from each other and your knees back a little closer. Now exhale, release, switch out your top knees. Find your feet and settle into sleeping cow on this side. Draw your feet a little farther apart and your knees a little closer. And exhale, release your feet. Widen your knees out, bring your arms up between your legs. Find either the outside of your feet or your insteps and move into a happy baby. Press gently on the right foot and just see what happens. Then press on the left and enjoy this. Draw your knees back a little closer to armpits. Then wrap your big toes with your first two fingers and your thumb and straighten your legs out. Feeling the stretch move toward the inner part of the thigh down all the way down the leg. Now draw your knees back in, bring your arms out to a T. On your next exhale, let both knees fall to the right, shoulders down, and turn your head to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, knees fall to the left, shoulders stay down, and head to the right. Inhale back to center. Wrap your arms around your legs, draw your knees in, keep your nose to your knees. Make yourself into a little ball. Then exhale, slowly extend your legs straight out on the mat. Let your head lay down, switch your shoulders, blades underneath you again. Let your big toes touch and your heels move out until your toes can't touch anymore. Let your legs fall apart. Let your breathing become nice and easy. Feel your heels anchoring it, just kind of resting on the floor. Feel your calves sinking into the mat. The backs of your legs, your hips, your glutes, your shoulder blades, your wrists and forearms. Everything relaxing. Let your eyes roll up in their sockets. As far as they can. Open your jaw and let your tongue stick out as far as it can in the sleeping lion. Now close your jaw, bring your tongue in, send your eyeballs to the right, turn your head to the right, push your lips and send your first lips and jaw to the right. Come back to center. Send your eyeballs to the left. Turn your head to the left. First lips and jaw to the left. back to center and move into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Letting in any thoughts and emotions right out with your breath. Just letting yourself totally relax. You've worked hard for this. The Spirit of God says, can you see me right now? Yes, I'm the light and all it shines on. Can you hear me? Yep, every single sound and the silence too. Can you feel me right now? In the air on your skin, under your feet, and in the palms of your hands. The tug at your heart, the rhythm it keeps, and the blood in your veins. Now, next time you have cause to alarm, see me. Next time you need absolutely anything, listen to me. And next time you feel all alone, remember you're not. Stay in Shavasana as long as you like and leave when you're done. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. Namaste.